Hey there, this is KV, and this is the moon phase report for Cancers. So, let's see what is going on. Okay, so, alright, so it's coming before, there's so much going on right now, so I would anticipate that if anybody is really going to be feeling a little like claustrophobic, not cool, things don't feel so good, you don't know what's going on, there could be some kind of feelings like that, but this is because it is before your birth time, and we always go through this really big kind of death cycle before our birth. So right now you are kind of pulled back more and kind of more reserved, not so out there, not so confident. What happens during this time is that you really go back and scan the whole year of your life to see if you feel good about what you've done. It's a natural thing that we go through every year. And what's cool is, and I'll just say this here, I'm not going to say I'm on all of them because they're kind of on the down low right now, but I'm actually I just created this product that's called the New Moon Book, and it's going to be where it's a whole year, and you're going to be able to, there's a list of, for your 10 affirmations, intentions, wishes that you're going to make on that new moon, and then there's a collage area where you get to make like a vision board. There's actually a couple of those for each new moon, so you can get pictures of what you want to manifest, and then there's going to be pages to kind of dialogue about over that month what you did see manifest. Even like if it was 6 months later, you can make a note of it in there that, oh my gosh, 6 months later I ran into someone, they gave me this car, you know, because maybe you asked for a new car. So, but one of the reasons it came to me as such a valuable thing was because you would constantly have this book where you could look back and you could see what was manifesting, what wasn't, what needed to be tweaked, and something about seeing how all these things have come to be in your life makes you more confident about what you're asking for and what you can manifest in your life. So that was one of the reasons, but another reason I thought it would be so awesome was because this very reason of every year, you know, we go back and look and say, did I really do what I want? Did I do enough? And by having a book like this, you're so involved every single month of really seeing what you still want to manifest, what you have manifested. You're more on the vibration of asking for more things. So because you're that way and because you're going to be involved in it, more things are going to show up. You're going to be more thinking about what I want to manifest. And when you're thinking about that, they do. So I have a small number of them right now. Hopefully I'll have more by the new moon, but this is something too, like that was my intention for doing it, was because of this right before your birthday time where we can tend to be like, I didn't do enough. And at least if you have this book, like you can see the stuff you've done, you know, you can see, yeah, but look what I manifested, look at what I manifested, no, I did good, you know. So because, you know, otherwise if you don't have a book like this, when this comes to be the month before your birthday, you won't have something to really look back at so easily. You might more forget about what you've done. So anyway, you're in this space right now. We have a lunar eclipse, so you're definitely going to be getting some last minute hits of what you need to let go of. To kind of feel more free and like you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing in life, like you're keeping up with your goals. So there's going to be, for you right now, messages are still going to be coming through spirit. A lot of the information you do need to hear will come through meditation time. So never cheapen that avenue. Don't discount that avenue. You can come to me, you can get a reading, I will set you straight and make it clear for you, but you also can really do the same stuff I'm doing, and it's connecting with spirit enough, meditating on a daily practice, always kind of journaling what's coming up for you. The more you do it, the more confident you get with being a clear channel for spirit. You know, I think about that so much too, because with doing readings, I really shied from it a lot of my life. I remember, 15, 16 years ago, a friend who had said that. I was living in San Francisco, and she was like, you need to start doing readings. You just need to set up a corner in your house and set up a da-da-da, and she was da-da-da. And I remember being like, oh gosh, no, I can't, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that. And then even, it's funny, then I, went into birth chart books. I was like, okay, let me write about the information for them. I always tried to stay away from doing a direct reading for somebody, answering their questions. And once I finally just really started, but ultimately the whole point of it was not really trusting what was coming through me. And now, the more I've just done it, I just trust what comes through me. And I used to not want to share it because I was like, I don't know, this isn't going to relate. I don't know why that came up. This probably isn't going to mean anything to them. But doing it enough and having it hit the nail on the head over and over and over, now just makes me like, whatever, okay, cool, I'm giving you a reading. So, da-da-da-da, so I can trust more what's coming out of me. So there's something with this too of you learning to trust spirit, learning to trust that relationship you can have in the quiet moments when you're alone, when you're feeling uncertain, knowing you always have this guide there who will provide the answers to you. You have it built inside. So there's something too with this that can be healing based. There can be some thought that you have that is keeping you locked in a vibration of disease. Or just something that's disconnect. It's not a clear channel of health and vitality. So definitely now, anything that you're going to work to bring more abundant health into your life is really important, and things will come to you too. It could be changing your diet. This could be a really big time to change your diet and go plant-based or something. I would definitely say maybe really kind of implement it with the new moon if you want to really ground it in there. But even if you want to start now, anything you can do to cut certain things out of your diet, there's certain things that are keeping you from freedom, keeping you from abundant health, keeping you from happiness. And I could even tell you about, I don't even know if I've told that, I know I've told it, but I don't know if on this one. But anyway, I can't do gluten, and I've known about it since 2006, I think, around there. And anytime I do get contaminated, it's a nightmare. My intestines swell 3 inches. Sometimes it's so bad that everything in me is just completely swollen. I just swell up, and then I get really depressed, and I think I'm the biggest loser that there ever was, ever. I lose all self-confidence, and it'll just make me cry and want to kill myself. And I didn't really understand it till I was off gluten so much, and then would get contaminated, and then I would be like, oh my God, I would know right away I was contaminated because it would always affect my self-confidence. So I always tell people who are depressed and who aren't really feeling as happy and joyful as they can, first thing, cut out the glutens. Cut out the wheat, cut out the contaminated oats, cut out barley. Research that just to try it out for yourself. But if it's something like that, you aren't having self-confidence or you don't feel good about yourself, it could just be something that you're eating. And how awesome is that if you could find it out? Especially because in the gluten-free world, you can do anything now. It's so not limiting. You can have anything. You want waffles? You got it. Tortillas now. Oh my gosh. Odie's, is that what it's called? I forget what it's called. They just came out with tortillas. I was like, no, how could you do that to me? Because that's one of the cool things about, well, it's not cool, but when you have gluten problems, you can't eat everything. So it does make it a little easier to eat just the right things. And I'm like, oh, tortillas, great. There goes my carb addiction. But yeah, they're really good too. I bought them. Really good. Amazing. Awesome. But, yeah, so try something like that. Try cutting something. Dairy too, I know, is really hard on a lot of people, and that can be a depression thing. And I always say with that one too, cows, the mama, to make milk, they have to get that cow knocked up, and then they take that baby away within minutes of it being born, and it's devastating for the baby and the mama. The mama, supposedly a mama cow can recognize its baby in hundreds of cows. So they have this really strong connected bond, and the baby's just taken away. to be turned into veal, so kept in a cage the size of its body, or there's other horrific things they do to kill them, like with a hammer or something. And I'm sorry to share all this, but you need to know, you know, and that's how you're getting milk. If you're drinking milk, that's how it's coming. It's not coming in this, I mean, even the organic stuff, it doesn't matter. It still is a process to get that milk. You have to take that baby from the mama. And it's a traumatic thing, but I've always kind of thought, like, imagine that mom who's like, my baby, and so depressed and mourning, and then is going to give off this milk, and then you're going to drink it, you know? No kidding, you're depressed and mourning about things, you know? I just think that there's a link to that. So anyway, okay, so look at the health one maybe for that one, for a detail on that. I'm not even close to done. I need to get my booty going. Where am I again? Cancer. Okay, so, okay, cool. So, for you, it's going to be, it's actually going to be something you're saying, is most likely going to be the pinpoint. There's something you're saying. I mean, the diet thing, I would say that too. But look at some thought thing that you're saying that's keeping you from connecting to spirit, from believing in what comes through you. So there's something that you kind of can't hardly see, so it'll take a little bit of a time of investigative work, but it could be like a thought that you are saying that's keeping you locked in this thing that isn't as honoring. And it can also be, I would look to be inspired from something communication based. So it could be me, I could be the one here to inspire you and to look closer. So it can be something communication based. You might read something in a book right now. You might open up a book and it's like, oh my gosh, I do that. So look for that. Look for something to fully give you the wake-up call message that is, it could be coming from a sibling too. It could be coming from some kind of relative who's just like, you know, I've noticed you eat a lot of da-da-da, and do you think that's really healthy for you? And you'll be like, dude, I never thought about that, you know? So it could be coming like that. But yeah, look for a message like that that just kind of, what it's going to do too, oh, that's cool, is oh, that's kind of cool. So it's not only like bringing you freedom, whatever you're letting go of right now that you're seeing is not honoring enough to sustain the life you want to manifest. So, but whatever it is, it will really kind of lighten the load and really kind of take your mind up to like a higher level. So this could be even something like vibrating at a higher level because of this thing that you're going to see that needs to be cut out and let go of. And, you know, even think about that, you know, if there is something with gluten, if this is something like you're all allergic to gluten, which I wouldn't be surprised because you do have a sensitive digestive system, so sugar and gluten. But, you know, like how I said, like when I would get contaminated, like my vibration would go so low because then I would be really depressed, and it would be like 5 days before it leaves my system. Really depressed, really self-conscious, like nobody would ever find me attractive, or nobody would ever think I'm interesting, or I have nothing to offer. You know, it's kind of the vibration that you go to when you're allergic to gluten and you eat it. So think about, like, you know, eating that, it just totally changes your vibration to this lower thing that's attracting like lower things. Yeah, now people are going to say mean things to you. Yeah, they are going to put you down and make you feel like you're worth nothing. But change one little thing and then you're like, I love my life. I love who I am. I love what I'm doing. I love how I'm contributing. And then just doing that, and then it's just boom, and then everyone's like, hi, and you know, everyone can see you and enjoys to be around you. And yeah, so okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that, even though I just told you I have so much to say. I think I said enough. So yes, yes, yes. So I would spend as much time in quiet time right now, though, definitely. You know, really kind of shut your mind, and you know, even I would do that too, like, you do it with a book in the house. Just kind of go, what do I need to hear that I'm missing? Because it's something that's not easy to see with this one. But what do I need to hear that I'm not seeing? And just kind of see what happens. Maybe I should grab a book and just open something. Miasms. What's a miasm? Oh. It is something that, miasms are stored in the subtle bodies, especially the emotional, mental, or to a lesser extent astral bodies. Some miasms are passed on to the next generation, genetically being inhabiting the molecular level of the physical body, which is the genetic code. A miasm is not necessarily a disease, it is the potential for a disease. Ah, how funny! So, a miasm is not something good, but it's something we carry. What it says, it can, or manifest as a tumor. Yeah. Breast cancer. Goodness. Okay. So yeah, don't you think that's a sign? So you need to check your thoughts with your health. There could be something that you're just carrying with you, and it's in your bodies, like that book said, and then it'll just manifest all this other stuff. So there might be some love and healing to the body that's in the needs. Some honoring the shape of the body, the feel of the body, the size of the things. You know, there could be some, big dose of love needing in your body to bring about healing. Yeah. So, but go open a book too. I want to hear what you open to. Everybody leave a comment. It'll be like a reading for all the cancers. Okay, so you have a beautiful full moon. I will see you in 2 weeks with the new moon on June 8th. Bye.